Selection criteria. I'm Zach Ronald. I'm joined with Marcia Davenport, Marley McDunn, and Felisa Littlejohn. What is screencasting? Screencasting is defined as capturing the computer screen using screen recording software. It should be able to record the entire screen and everything you are showing on it at a high enough quality to convey what you are showing. Narration can be recorded during screen capture or afterwards during post-production. The ability to save the raw recorded media somewhere to YouTube or Vimeo and not just the tool's cloud is important. For this exercise, we decided on creating a persona. The persona that we decided on is an individual who is not happy with the current everyday technical product videos that is shown on YouTube. So they wanted to make one that is about Zoom and other tools. They want to be able to do this in a way that they can eventually monetize their content on YouTube. Now, the issue with this is that they're starting with a $0 budget and they want to start recording for free. When evaluation of the criteria came into play, we came up with a number of items, 6, that we thought were the most vital. The ease of use. We wanted the software to be very intuitive and easy to use and reliable. We wanted the video quality to be extremely high so that when you're showing demonstrations on the computer, you have the ability to show something very clearly and understandably. Also important was the motion capture of the mouse. It could not be jittery. It had to show exactly what you were doing. We wanted the ability to edit the raw recording. And by editing the raw recording on something such as Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Studio or any of those other softwares that we could then take that video and upload it to YouTube. Now, one of the issues that we came to decide on was the video length. For what we all know about, videos in education and instructional videos on YouTube, we decided that 10 minutes would be, a good cap for a free recording software. And also, due to monetization of what we were hoping to accomplish and what the persona was hoping to accomplish for YouTube, we didn't want a watermark on any of these images. This was important because if you're monetizing something on YouTube, you don't want to be advertising another company. And capture compatibility. We wanted to have the ability to record video from the computer screen as well as audio. The ability to record an image of the speaker would be helpful, as it also gives the viewer a glimpse as to who is recording. Upon, evaluating the software, we realized that our criteria had some strengths and some weaknesses. The criteria are fairly easy to quantify and rank consistently, both apples to apples comparison. Watermark usage is ranked as 0, tool equals tool watermark, 5 equals no watermark, and 10 equals custom watermark. We also wanted to have the option to upgrade to a paid version if the YouTube channel goes well. What we found was that we had some weaknesses. Setting the criteria so high, we found that the bar was maybe too high with some free software because a lot of the free software comes with very limited features. We found that paid versions offer different features from each other, making them difficult to compare. And we also looked at feedback from users on other forums and realized that it is very inconsistent from source to source.
Hello, my name is Felicia Littlejohn, and I'm going to talk to you about a software available by TechSmith. It's a very hidden gem on their site called Capture. It was formerly known as Jing. Here we see an overview of the software, and so next I will play a demo for you to show an example of using the software to set up a meeting invite. This is a test using TechSmith Capture for video screencasting. So here I'm going to put TechSmith Capture. And here I'm going to try changing the time. I'm going to make this a video conference using Google Meet. And I'm going to say test. And then and hit save. Now we're going to stop the recording. So there you see it. TechSmith was used to capture that audio that we just saw. So now we're going to rate it in several areas as we have defined as criteria. And you're going to see this throughout this presentation of us comparing the software against the same criteria. So first was ease of use. And I admit I initially had a problem with the software crashing because the way I had the video capture set up was causing a conflict. After I worked out the settings, it was easy from there on. It was pretty simple to use, and it was really nice to have all the different capture options available on the screen, from anywhere from a portion to the whole screen, and just a lot of options there. When it comes to video quality, capture, resolution, motion tracking, the software was excellent in that it did not reduce resolution at all, and it saved the software in MP4 format. This is important because this is very much predominantly used on sources like YouTube. For video editing capability, it got really a 1, and it's the lowest score because it has no video editing capability. You cannot auto-generate captions, and anything that you want to edit about it has to be done after the fact. When it comes to video length, at first the 2 gigabytes seemed excellent, seemed like a lot of space, but when we looked at the resolution, again looking at YouTube specifications and what they require, I came to realize that in the typical HD format and resolution, the video would only give you about 5 minutes of allotted space. When it comes to watermarks, we gave it a middle of the road. We really like the fact that it has no watermarks. Of course, an ideal case would be a case where we could put our own. Can't do that, but at least it doesn't force you to use the vendor's videos on items that you want to use to promote your own self or your own business. When it comes to capture capability, again, very nice there. We like the fact that it allows you to capture video from your screen, but also webcam. You can also capture any aspect of a photo on a desktop. As you can hear, this was actually captured using the capture software. It does allow you to capture audio, so no deficiencies there at all. It, again, as mentioned earlier, can capture any portion of the screen, full screen. The only negative I would say is it doesn't allow you to do a scrolling capture, but very much a very flexible software. In the next step, we compared this free screencasting software to the paid version so that we can understand what more we could get if we were willing to pay a little bit more. So this was compared to Snagit. That is a screencasting software that costs a little bit more versus free. This one costs about $49 for the full professional version and $29 for the educational version. So with that additional amount, you do have the ability now to edit videos, and it also gives you the ability to upload directly where you want it to be. So versus having to use the Screencaster medium, you can actually create a video and then upload it to Dropbox. You can upload it to social media. For example, you see their YouTube, or you can use Screencast.com if you prefer to use their video hosting service. But again, that's some very nice add-ons because it eliminates the 2 gigabyte restriction. So we also looked at opinions on the internet for TechSmith capture, and I will have to say it was very challenging to find because most of the information available on the internet is based on Jing. So I finally did find, after much searching, a reviewer that was commenting on this current version. It was actually recorded a couple months ago, so this is a fairly new review, and they said this: Jing is a great option, and they chose to call it Jing even though it was TechSmith Capture. Is a great option for capturing screenshots and screen recording for all those individual users who cannot afford a premium third-party application. Jing, or TechSmith Capture, comes with reasonable editing and annotating features. Also, the online database and shareable links are impressive add-ons of this premium app. It is also great for personal, non-commercial users because it doesn't take up too much space and computing power to run. You can install it on any PC given that it's using Windows 10. They rated it 5s across the board, and I will say overall I would agree with that review. I found that the software was very simple to use, very versatile. Sorry, that's misspelled. Versatile screenshot and capture options. Once you get the hang of it, really like the fact that not only do you have screencasting options, but you can also capture a webcam and screen capture. Those are very, very nice additions that will allow you to create pretty decent instructional materials. So that is all I have on TechSmith Capture, and now we move on to the next software review.
My section was to focus on Loom. Loom was founded in 2015, and their slogan is bringing video messaging to work. They're quick and easy to use. They have up to 100 videos and screenshots available with the free version. Ashton Kutcher, Instagram's Kevin Systrom, and messaging giant Slack are just a few of Loom's investors. We each made a demo video so you could see Loom in action as a comparison in how to set up a Zoom meeting. Let's take a look.
Okay, let's set up a meeting. The best way to do that is to go to your calendar, click on Create. From here, you can add a title. Meet with my team. Pick your date and time, add your guests, and choose Zoom for your meeting. Once you do that, you will click Save, and it will put that on your calendar, and you'll have your own link to your meeting. Here's my meeting with my team and my Zoom meeting information. That's it.
Okay, so the rating system for Loom, as far as use and ease of use, it was a 10. It was definitely super easy to use. And there are tons of videos and tutorials if you were to get stuck. So that made it also easy to use. The video quality I felt was fair. With the paid version, you'll get 4K, which would have pushed it to full, I believe. But for the basic version, it did okay. The editing capability is very light. You basically get to trim your videos. You're not going to add titles or transitions or any of those types of things. The length of the video is 5 minutes for the free version. You are allowed to add your own custom watermarks, but again, that's with the paid version. And as far as capturing capability, video, audio, screen capture is all there. You get to use your webcam or your desktop, and it will do screen captures, audio, or the like. This is just a comparison of the cost, $96 a year or $10 monthly. The free version has plenty of tools to get you started. Up to you if you wanted the drawing tool or the call to action, or if you wanted to use your own branding, then you would definitely have to pay. It would also open up your unlimited ability to screen record. So you'd have more than 100 with the paid version. G2 gave it 4.4 out of 5. They definitely said it was easy to use and a time saver. Some of the cons that kept coming up over and over were that people who wanted more in the editing side of the house were disappointed. So if they were looking for more editing capability and transitions or slides or titles or any kind of effects, you're not going to find that with Loom. Product Hunt gave it 4.3, much like the 4.4 from G2. Easy to get quick and started, better than email. Again, the lack of tools. I know that they have a highlighting tool and a pen tool to highlight on your screen what you want your viewer to focus on, but that is only available in the paid version. So overall, Loom did okay. It was really easy to use. And for this reason, some people who would prefer to do more with their video editing really didn't prefer Zoom. Thanks. And that's my section.
Hello, everybody. I'm Marley McDunn. For my portion of the group project, I reviewed Screencast-O-Matic. So one of the great things about Screencast-O-Matic is that you're able to record as many videos as you want, up to 15 minutes each. You're able to capture any part of your screen, your webcam, or both for a picture in Picture Effect. So as a note, I use Screencast-O-Matic to record my portion of the group project, or for this group presentation. So another note is that you're able to directly upload to Screencast-O-Matic, Google Drive, or YouTube. You're also able to quick share to Google Classrooms, Microsoft Teams, Gmail, Facebook, any of these other tools. So in my review of the tool, I'm going to kind of cover this review section first and then discuss kind of the video that I recorded after. So in terms of ease of use, I put it at a solid 10. It's very simple to use. You basically draw a box across your screen and hit record, and it starts, pumping out great content. So for video quality and capture, resolution, motion tracking, I put it at 10. The software does not reduce resolution, and it saves as a MP4. For video editing capability, it's very, very light, next to none. So you do have the ability to start and stop videos and start recording and stop recording as you choose, but it has no real editing capability in the free version. So for video length, this one meets our needs. For our persona, it hits the 15-minute mark, and you're able to record whatever you want in that section. As far as watermarks go, however, it will include a watermark on every free version video, but as you upgrade to the other packages that I'll mention in a few minutes, you are able to get rid of that watermark and include your own. So for capture capability, video, audio, screen capture, I'm putting it at a 4 for a very specific reason, but I'll start with the good things. So it has the ability to incorporate your webcam and your desktop. However, when we talk about screen capture, it won't capture the computer audio in the free version. So you have the ability to hear my voice as you can in this video, but when I go ahead and play the portion that I recorded for the Zoom call, you're not going to be able to hear the audio. So So let's go ahead and set up a Zoom call. We're going to go open the Zoom app, hit schedule. We're going to come up with our meeting name. It's a test call. We'll set it for tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. 1 hour. We're not going to worry so much about the passcodes, waiting room, any of that. We're going to set the host video to on, participants to off. We're going to set an Outlook calendar and save. And that's how you do it. It's all set up. So when we look at the free versus paid versions, you can see that the free version comes with next to nothing. Beyond screen capture and content hosting, it's not offering any of the fancy features that you can find in the other sections. There's a ton of capabilities within each of the deluxe and premier packages, but I won't spend a whole lot of time reviewing them now. If you're interested, go check them out. Screencast-O-Matic is it's highly suggested by a lot of really valuable tech magazines and tech review companies. So both G2 and PC Mag put it at a 4 out of 5 for all of the kind of video quality pieces. They claim that it's one of the better one of the better free screencasting options out there. And I tend to agree. It's a great free option, but if you really want to get the most bang for your buck, you're going to have to consider upgrading to meet your specific needs.
Our team's conclusion is that there is not a one-size-fits-all solution for what we were exploring with our persona, and the requirements we were trying to accomplish. All three options have wonderful features. However, each free tool is not without its own constraints. Some allow for recording time which suits our needs, or at least those that we thought. Others are allocated strictly by space. Some have watermarks on the recording, while others do not. All in all, we determined that if you want to go with the free solution, you will need to review your requirements for the tools and determine what part of these tools you actually need and what part you can move past. All three of the tools functioned as we would like, and as a group, we do not have a clear consensus on which one we would pay for. Instead, we feel we could make do with several of the notable hindrances on the products, with hope our YouTube channel would get enough views and our content would matter more than the watermarks, quality, or time constraints.